Does anybody other than Underdark remember what happened last week?
I do, but Under's a better storyteller, so I just let him do it. I stutter and I stumble.
Fair enough. Take it away, Under.
So we proceeded forthwith to the edge of the Valley of Black Glass, to a village known as Mush's Folly. There, we found some rascals engaging in shenanigans with the local druids, who were attempting to cultivate mushrooms. They claim it was for food purposes, but I think we all know what they were doing there. The archdruid Balathu was missing, so we used Skein Fry to rescue him and take the fight to the rascals. It was a glorious fight, and we won, destroying only a small portion of the village. The basement of the archdruid's house, where the rascals had made their base and had long since fled, leaving behind illusions to mock us, we found a map of the Depression of Black Glass, marking several sites. Two in particular catching our interest. One, labeled City Hotel 7, as extraneous but useful. The other in the center, with a star with a circle around it. Not an X, like was previously thought.
All right, so apparently I need to update the state of the town to destroyed.
No, we just slightly singed a couple of buildings. That was the rascals' fault anyway. They're the ones who were chucking fireballs around.
Yeah, I mean, like 3 or 4 fireballs with thunder damage.
Yeah, I mean, some paint, it'll be fine.
It's a town brulee.
In classic Underdark fashion, every proper noun I give him has a vowel changed.
Was it not Balathu?
Wasn't that
Mush's Folly?
Mesh?
I thought it was Mush.
It's Mesh.
I could have sworn you said Mush.
I love it.
I wish it was Mesh from last
Every
week.
recap, there's one word he gets wrong. And it's always the vowel.
He doesn't actually get it wrong. He just does it to fuck with you.
Oh god, the DM mind games have continued.
What made you think they ever stopped?
There's your first mistake.
Alrighty. But yeah, we resume. You guys here inside of the concealed basement chamber where Castile and... Interesting, they show up after the recap. Okay. Where Castile and his compatriots had been planning various expeditions. You can see those papers and tablets lying about. You all now having leafed through them, searching for clues.
After I finally climbed my ass out of the hole.
Yeah, you fell in a hole.
I threw it on a rope to you. I didn't tie it off to anything, but you'll figure that out soon enough.
Yeah, here's some rope. Oh, thanks.
Just throw the entire loop at him.
Here's some rope, figure it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Some guy fell down a hole.
I'm sure he's fine.
Oh yeah, it's one hell of a hole.
You hear that, Farragul?
least-
You're just some guy.
Well, better than being nobody.
Yeah, exactly. I am some guy.
We don't have a dog to tell us that someone fell down the hole.
Oh no, we had to put Lassie down. She was giving away too much information.
I see.
Now that's a GIF I'm having trouble finding. Lassie as servitor.
Alrighty. So what are you guys doing?
I'm currently having a yelling match with my cat.
Well, I mean, I think we've checked out this place pretty damn well.
Well, there's something really wrong with you, man. I just want to say there's something really, really wrong with you.
Yes.
No, he got his eyes back.
Look, I've seen things. And then not seen things.
So have I. That's how blinking works.
I mean, did you get your eyes back? How did he get his eyes back? I haven't regenerated them, so.
We paid
We
for it.
them.
Oh, that's right, we did. Yeah.
It cost us everything.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, you guys went to meet the nice priestess down south, and she gave him his eyes back.
Yeah, she did. She went
Cost us an
down
arm and a
south
leg.
gave him his eyes.
Yeah, the nice priestess down south is usually something else, Gilbert.
What? Is that actually a euphemism? Get the fuck out of here. There's no way that's a euphemism.
Okay, we'll get out then. Bye.
Holy shit. I didn't think casting banishment would work.
Oh, I see somebody posted wizard beer.
Wizard beer, or wizard ale, made by me and my owls. Alright. But yeah, several party members have their eyes back. Several party members are still missing at least one eye from the Horak incident.
Yeah, that's why I make all my perception checks with a telescope now. You only need one eye for that.
Mm.
Just make sure you put it over the right eye.
Perception check up close.
Exactly. I don't care if it's 20 feet or 2 miles. I'm always using the telescope.
Well, you know, when you make some money, you can go get that grown back. Speaking of which, you guys did find some money in that room.
Actually, we found a significant amount.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys are here in this
So-
room.
I didn't see. Let me scroll up and find the bigger map. I know we have one.
There was an illusion on the floor, right?
Intervin dispelled it.
Alright.
After someone fell through it.
Yep.
Impression of black glass. Is it like dragon glass? Do we need it for the will it kill zombies with it? And things like that?
No, we need to airdrop large quantities of SSRIs on it.
Scroll. All right. So which one were we leaning towards, Intervin?
Hotel
The
7.
gate?
The one that was labeled extraneous but useful. Because that seems right up our alley.
All right. Is that the closer or the farther, Gilbert? Is that the
H7. That's the one to the northwest.
Okay, so the gate, not the Stonehenge.
Yeah.
All right, so which one are we hitting first? The Stonehenge is closer.
Yeah, but the gate one is the one that Intervin is interpreting as being more valuable. So I think we're gonna go to that one.
Okay, well then, yeah, if that's what
Before we
All
I
right.
leave,
don't care about materialistic things, though. I forgot about that. I'm playing Father Varick, so that's immaterial.
Right, my character doesn't care.
I just remembered that my character doesn't give a shit.
Oh, Father Varick, but we found this deck of many things.
I
I'm
would
kidding.
not be tempted by such evil.
That's
Oh,
all
I
right. That's what I'm
forgot.
here for.
I love that. Oh, I forgot. I'm not affected by materialism.
I know, right? Father Varick is a freaking.
Well, you can be a pacifist and still like money.
No, he doesn't like money. He believes in a vow of charity and all that. He's a good
This is-
guy, man. I'm telling you, he's a good.
And this is
character.
why I don't play clerics.
I know, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all pretty good guys in this party. You know, just because you're a good guy doesn't mean you don't like material
There's
things.
not enough minor illusion in the world to make me believe that.
David, I have played
It's
enough.
never high enough that can make me believe that.
I have played enough Secret Hitler with you to know that is not true. Valiant effort, though.
Regardless,
North.
I'm beat, so I think we should spend the night here
Take
in
a nap.
town
Yeah.
and then head out in the morning.
Sounds like a plan.
Also, that'll give Fairduel, right? That was the one that fell down the hole.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it'll give Fairduel a chance to climb out, and we don't just turn around and leave him in here with a coil of rope at the bottom of a hole.
I think we pretty much retrieved him because Fea was here, and I think Fea pulled him up.
Yes.
Anyway, Gilbert. So I still have those.
Hey, was there a cave
Mushroom?
down there, or was it just like a crevasse that just ended and you were wedged in like the
I
bottom
know
of
there are
rock?
plenty of tunnels.
Oh yeah, good question, Gilbert. When Fairduel was down there, was it just a hole, or did it go somewhere?
Yes. There were several tunnels.
All right. I'm
I'm going back in the hole, aren't I?
I think we're all going in the hole, but first I'd like to sit around for an hour and drink a juice box.
Yeah, that's not
Sounds
bad.
Sounds
wise.
good.
I have 3 hit points, so I could really use a juice box.
Also, random side note before we complete that, Gilbert, I'd like to pass over my my failed attempt to grow mushrooms to the druids.
I am sitting right here.
I imagine this is how that goes when you give it to the druids.
It looks like a cookie, but it don't taste like a cookie.
Okay, so I'm not the only one then.
Who grew up watching Sesame Street? No, you're not the only one.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
remember
exactly the right
exact
generation.
line from that.
Yeah. Seriously, I think all of us grew up watching it, except Mister.
Maybe
'cause
Mister.
He's old.
Hmm.
When Sesame Street came out, he was like in
He
his
probably-
20s.
I was gonna say he probably seen Sesame Street with his kids.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I don't know if you all had the
Anyway.
VHSs growing up, but I like the really old ones where they were filmed in like a fucking vacant lot in New York and everything looked like it was a fucking disaster area. Like it had been
Oh
bombed.
yeah, or it looked like a freaking
Post-apocalyptic New York, yeah.
70s post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland.
Yes.
So does anything happen during our short rest?
No, nothing terrifying or horrible happens to any of you during your short rest.
Hmm.
Excellent.
But anyway, so yeah, I'd like to give those that 50-gallon barrel that I put the mushroom spawn in to the druids and say, go have fun. These make paralysis mushrooms, but I couldn't get them to grow.
Alright.
They accept this gift of apparently very poisonous mushrooms.
I'm not poisonous. Much.
Moderately poisonous if you're of frail constitution.
You
Yeah.
see, you have barely gotten 30 feet away, and you can already see one of the druids sniffing it and about to taste test it.
He's a
I
druid.
mean,
He's the
I'm sure
expert.
they'll learn. You know, I'm sure that. No, Father.
I mean,
I-
that's how we found out how all mushrooms work.
I, as a druid,
Father,
understand their need.
are they elves? When the rest, after they make the deal and the rest of the party walk away, Father Varus gonna have a little sheet of like instructions for how to treat the mushrooms and give to one of the elves so they don't all kill themselves.
Druids. They're druids.
Whatever. It's what language do they speak?
Common.
Okay, then it's in common. Then I'll write a little note on don't how to use this sparingly and the amounts and everything.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
And medicinal. I'll make them so they don't poison themselves.
These are not medicinal mushrooms. These are mushrooms that knock you out cold instantly.
Yeah, general
Paralyze.
anesthetic.
They paralyze you.
Oh, do they not knock you unconscious?
No, you're
Yeah, they
conscious the whole
paralyze
time.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I guess
They're
you could use them to
paralysis
treat
darts.
Oh,
tetanus.
so these are like advanced versions of Rohypnol. Oh God.
Yeah, it's DC 15 con save, and then you're just paralyzed for an hour.
Okay, I missed that conversation. Okay, so yeah, all right, never mind then.
Yeah, I only have 19 darts left, so
And
Why are
perhaps
we
one of
closing
these
up?
days, someone will fail a DC 15 save.
Just- well, the what should we call it? The Sahuagin that the Sahuagin caster did. Sabers suck.
That's true.
So I just
He's
imagine that, you know, Mr.'s like instructions about the mushrooms look somewhat like this. Oh, it doesn't post a preview.
It might take a minute. Oh no, that's not ending in the right
Like
thing.
the PDF.
That's
Wouldn't-
funny.
We posting fucking material safety data sheets now, wonder?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because that's basically what you say he wrote for them.
Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah, that's it. A safety data sheet. That's what he wrote them. I have no idea
Including
what it
phone
is.
numbers. Including phone numbers for the CDC.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Bronze Age, so the safety data sheet looks more like don't smoke it, don't snort it, don't grind it up and put it up your backside.
Don't ingest. If ingested, call a mortician.
Oh, do we have anybody that does anything special for healing, or just normal short rest?
It's normal short rest, I think.
I thought we were staying. Oh, we only taking a
Well, we're
short
gonna
rest?
explore the. We had a short rest.
There are tunnels
explore-
underneath the basement that we want to check out.
Roger.
On a short rest, I can be an emotional support cat. There's nothing mechanical about it, but I can just wild shape.
Oh, that's a random question. I just when you said wild shape. I watched the D&D rewatched the D&D movie recently.
That's wrong.
With Jeremy Irons?
Yeah, the new one.
Oh, the new one. Ah.
Yeah,
That's
the new
not
one.
the one with Jeremy Irons.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was I meant to say no, but I said yeah. But so I was question. I don't build druids. So this is the question that I actually had that I was like, oh, chance I didn't get a chance to ask anybody. At higher levels, can druids wild shape from wild shapes?
You can do that at
Yeah,
any
so you
level.
do that normally.
Oh, okay.
You
Oh,
can
okay.
wild shape directly into another wild shape.
In fact, it's
Okay.
often a good idea to do that because it's basically free healing.
The thing that they screwed up in the movie that you're technically not allowed to do is you can't wild shape into an owlbear.
Yeah, because it's not a beast.
Correct. It is a monstrosity.
Are we certain it wasn't that they were using a different printing of the book? Wasn't there a thing early in 5th edition where like the owlbear and several other monstrosities were classified as beasts because they were still figuring out what they wanted the difference to be?
Not to my knowledge.
I would trust his knowledge.
I wouldn't even trust my knowledge.
I'm the DM, and I say
Well, that is the thing. Yeah, Their DM could have said, you know what? Fuck it, sure. Have at it. Your party is so fucking screwed anyway.
Owls are beasts, bears are beasts. You're just using 2 of your wild shapes at the same time.
What a monstrosity.
Ah,
And-
well, lizards are beasts and bats are beasts, so I will be using 2 of my wild shapes to wild shape into an adult red dragon.
CR's too high.
I will be using 2 of my wild shapes to wild shape into a baby red dragon.
CR still too high.
Actually, it might not be.
I don't think they're 1 or 2. That's what it has to be.
All right.
So,
Depends on the
well,
level.
Break out the
Gentlemen,
climbing gear,
gentlemen.
spike off, start going down.
Yes.
All right. As
I've got
you
mine.
Aw.
make your way down the 150-foot sheer drop.
Mhm.
The stone you guys are making your way through is rather shiny obsidian. The ground is all the way down till you make it to the very bottom. Where you begin to see little bits of other kinds of stones sticking up. The majority of it, though, remains obsidian.
Quick, I'm just gonna cast detect.
Well, I'm sorry. It's not obsidian. It's what was it? Lechatlerite. That's what it was. There it is. Yeah, Lechatlerite.
I'm just gonna cast detect magic as we're nearing the bottom. I'll hot cast it in the spell slot.
Let me give me guys an image here. But yeah, this is Lechatlerite.
Ooh.
I misheard you, so this is what I thought you were describing.
Do they call it Lechatlerite because it looks like a pile of shit?
The fuck is that?
Is it some kind of Zaku? What the hell? I
Shot
see that
strike,
red
it's a
eye
gun
in there.
done.
That sounds
I
like
know-
French William Shatner.
I know it's a Gundam, and I can tell it's a Zaku, but what the fuck is going on with it? Mister, do you know
trying
about
its
this?
best. Don't be mean.
What did they do to the Zaku? It was so beautiful in its simplicity. It didn't need all this.
Looks like Nurgle got a hold of it.
That's just not right, man.
And here we see a Nurgle chaos corrupted Tau battle suit.
First of its kind.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually sounds like that'd be interesting to look at.
Mm.
All right, but yeah. Tunnels of Lechatlerite surround you. It's glass-like material.
Looks like shit.
I mean,
As
it's basically just like a glass, effectively.
as is definitely not my prerogative as a druid, I'm renaming these two Lechatlerite because it looks like shit.
All right, so you're in the caves made out of glass.
How many directions are there when we come down?
Well, there's a northbound direction, an upbound direction, a eastbound direction, and a southbound direction.
Let's go north.
Yep. Sounds right to me. I cast a light cantrip.
How soft is the glass?
How are you testing it?
Well, I have that. I had the first spear +2, just the tip.
Mm.
All right. She kind of jab it. This is pretty solid glass. Like, you get some scratching, but it's pretty solid.
I mean, we were able to get pythons into it.
Intervin breaks out his hardness tester kit.
Well, it doesn't seem to resist mundane damage. So, how many pitons do we have?
How many do you want?
Well, I'm thinking we should put one into the cave walls by us every, 10 feet or so. And just run a line if we got enough rope.
Why do you
How
want
much
to do
rope
that?
do you want? So we don't get lost if it's a maze.
Exactly. So we don't get lost and so we have a way to get back.
I have 100 pythons and 2,000 feet of rope.
Excellent.
Ah.
Thank you for volunteering to put the rope in the walls and follow us along.
I just remembered I am also proficient in navigator's tools.
Do you have a navigator's tool set? Like,
No.
are you carrying navigator's tools? All right, you are now. Pulled one
Awesome.
off the wagon and gave it to you. I have spares for that reason.
The point is subterranean glass formations, if it's formed through a violent process, will have a tendency to branch in many directions, similar to like a lightning bolt. And so keeping track of where we've been is somewhat difficult and tricky given the lack of outside references we have. So we need to make one of our own.
Well,
Yep.
I will be keeping a map.
Also, strange things tend to live down in caves like this, so I want a fast way that doesn't depend on reading a map to figure out how to get the fuck out of here.
That too.
In case we have to run for it.
TLDR, if we just keep the rope on the right, we'll if something crosses back on itself, and if we need to get back, we just keep the rope on our left.
Basically.
Yep. Yeah, standard maze.
Alrighty then. As you guys start exploring, who is taking point?
Yo.
Alrighty. Because we'll be needing some survival checks.
Oh boy.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh, even better.
Yes, I will give you guidance.
Don't die.
I'll try and stay stealth, but I'll just be bringing up the rear.
So, Faradul, I'll need 3 survival checks from you.
Okie dokie. And what does the guidance add to that there, mister?
D4.
Nice.
Guidance is basically a cantrip bless for skill checks. But it's not persistent, he has to cast it every time.
Alright, so you start leading sorry. You start leading the party through these corridors. Kind of taking peeks around, trying to, figure out which route is not going to end up in a dead end. It happens regardless several times. But you eventually find a route, begins to kind of taper off at the end, and begins slanting downward rather sharply.
Ooh, we're going down. We're going deeper.
You can hear and feel, well, I should say, you can hear the sound of water moving, and you can feel a bit of a draft.
Ah, an underground river. Well, let's see what's down there.
How deep are we at this point? Like, have we gone down yet, or?
Well, the original drop was 150 feet. Since then, you've been going down and up. Give me a survival check. See if you're able to figure out how deep you think you've traveled.
Can I cast guidance?
Sure.
19.
You think at this point you're probably about 180 feet below the surface.
All right. And does the Underdark exist as like just a certain layer, give or take, below the surface?
Yes, generally speaking.
Is there a relatively consistent like depth for that? Like, are we getting at all close to the Underdark, or
Let me check. So the first 3 miles from surface down is considered the upper dark.
okay? So
3 to 10 is the middle dark, which is where a lot of the urbanization that lives down there exists. And then there's the lower dark. No one goes to the lower dark.
all right. I'll just try and keep an estimate on our depth to figure out how weird we should expect shit to be around us.
Someone have the "they dug too deep" gif ready for, eventually when you encounter something. Alrighty. Are you guys proceeding down the shaft, or
Yes, we are
Yeah,
going
let's go
down the
deeper.
shaft. Look, we're finding where this ends.
all right? How are you going down?
Well, how steep is the shaft?
Steep. Not quite 90 degrees, but it's steep.
Well, I mean, we've been putting a rope along the walls, right?
Yeah.
We can probably just put some rope on the walls up here, and then just kind of use it to shimmy on down.
All right. Yeah, you guys start shimmying down. You're up front, Faradul,
Hey,
and you have a light source with you, right?
Someone's got the light cantrip.
Well, I also have the jar of light.
Indeed. Yeah, you pop out of the opening here, and you can see there's about maybe 30 feet between you and the surface of a rather swiftly moving underground river.
All right. Is there any Is it just like this shaft goes right into the river, or is there like some dry land to
No,
step
like
on?
right in. You're hanging from the ceiling right now.
Oh. All right. Well, I try to get a little lower to see if I can see. Like, is it just kind of like, is there any space in there to look around into, or is it just immediately just river?
River.
All right. I look up. All right, guys, back up. It's nothing but river. Unless you want to go into the river, but that might be a little tough.
You have water breathing? What's the problem?
We might not be able to make it back.
That's what the rope's for.
All right.
Yeah, we could tie a second line off to you and then lower you down and see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Should we tie off that second line and go for a swim?
Well, is it fast moving?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not going for a swim. You're going for a ride.
No, that's fair. It's a directed swim.
All right, so you guys are all hopping in.
No,
I
I'm
think
hopping.
so.
No, just Faradul's going.
Oh, just Virgil.
All right.
We're gonna send him on espionage and then pull him back and see if he's still on or if we caught a fish.
All right. How much rope do you have?
For that we can break out the silk. I have a continuous 400 foot piece, and then I have an extra 150 if we need to tie on more. Since we're kind of using the hemp as the guide rope.
All right. He drops in with a sploosh, and he gets pulled off by the current.
Whee!
Faradul, the
Yes.
water is pretty cold,
No, okay.
and your jimmies are soaked.
Well, yeah.
And you get pulled along the current through the dark, with only your glowing algae to show you the path. Occasionally bouncing off the sides of this glass little
Oh.
tunnel. And then eventually the rope goes taut.
Whee! All right. Well, that's the end of that.
The river continues to go.
Well, yes.
All right, tie
So
on another 150.
I
Well, I don't know what rope the rest of the party has, but how far down are we from our original start, Gilbert, for the hemp rope? Because I got 2,000 feet of hemp rope, and then 150 feet of silk is our vertical ascent.
Yep. So, 150
starting
foot
at
vertical.
the base.
Yeah.
Yep.
So 150 foot vertical. This would be 260 feet forward, and then about another 50 feet down, accounting for the turning tiles. The turning tunnels add another 100 feet onto
350.
that.
400 then.
Yeah.
All right, so we still have 1,600 feet of hemp rope then. But yeah, so I have another 150 of silk that we can tie on of the fishing pole. And we'll run that out, and if he doesn't come to anything, then we'll have to switch over to the hemp, but we have a lot more hemp than silk.
Yeah, I just find it amusing that when the rope goes taut, I start climbing back along the rope, then you add the rest, and then just kind of like, whee.
Duh. As you continue to go for the underground raft ride without a raft.
Yep.
Suppose we could have given him a barrel.
And as you float down further, you can hear the rushing sound begin to change a bit.
All right. Change how?
It's getting a bit louder.
Oh, okay. Well, not like I really have a whole lot of control here, so I steel myself in my soaking almonds.
Alrighty. Well, they need to give you the rope.
Oh. Well, yeah, so it was like another jerk to a stop, and then like, oh, okay, well, now we're finally out of rope. I start climbing it back up, and then more rope gets added, and down I go again.
Well, no, I would, once we reach the end of the silk, probably pull him back and find
okay.
out info from him before we just keep sending him endlessly down this, because it could just keep going forever. We have no idea. But yeah, once we reach the 550 of silk we have, pull him back and then see if he wants to keep going. Because, I mean, at that point, you're going to realize it's a lot of rope with a lot of rocks.
Yeah. No, it's just at the end of that line, it was getting a little bit louder. So not sure if that's like a waterfall or there's like more rivers or it's crazy down here.
All right.
It's nothing but river though. It's just water, cold water.
Neelice, do you have spider climb by chance? Or intervene?
No.
Father Varric can't swim.
Well, I was thinking if you know, might be easier just to go along the roof, because spider climb's like an hour, isn't it?
It is
They
not a
have water
druid
walk.
spell.
Yeah, I don't know if water walk would water walk allow us to walk on the river, Gilbert, with it being so fast moving? I don't know exactly how the ruling for water walk works.
It's just the moving floors at an airport.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It'd be like a moving sidewalk, so you'd eventually get to a point where you couldn't outpace the river.
I would say that, yeah, this would be like walking on a moving floor.
Okay, so you'd still probably want the rope.
Yeah. Like, for example, if you tried to use water walking in, like, violent stormy seas, it'd be like trying to, move through difficult terrain.
I can. How big is the area between the like the top of the water and the ceiling, and how wide? Can I
It
just take
varies. On average, it's about 20 to 30 feet.
Flying.
Yeah, I can just turn into like a medium-sized bird and fly over somewhere.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because
Or
we won't need the rope. You could just turn around and, fly back.
um, would a
Once,
climb speed let us climb the walls?
depends. I don't know. 'Cause you'd have to have something that can cling to the walls like an insect. It's like a monkey. It can climb, but it can't walk on a ceiling. Another one of those weird ones.
Giant lizard. Climb speed 30 feet. Large beast.
So climbing speed itself really just seems to let you ignore the difficult terrain issues that climbing would normally cause. In a case like this, if it was like a magical spell, that would definitely do it. If you were trying to do it manually, I mean, it's potentially possible, but this is wet glass. Well, there are some handholds from like the boiled shapes. It's also very smooth, and there are just some flat, wet sections of glass.
So it sounds like large flying creature is the way to go then.
Yeah.
I suppose if you were also really good at parkour, you might just be able to momentum yourself down the corridor.
Alright, let's see. Large flying creatures.
Parkour bobsled in an underwater river.
That's why I made the joke about the barrel.
Says large. Giant bat. You'd find one of those in a cave. And there's enough space for a large-sized creature and a rider to get through, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably enough for a giant bat to get through.
Alright, giant bat it is then. I'll just ferry people over one at a time.
I'd say scout first. We don't know, like he didn't find any land. He heard what sounded like a waterfall, and
That's about it.
yeah. But waterfall would indicate a large subterranean pool. It wouldn't just keep being river with that much downward gravity force.
All right. Well, might as well get comfortable. I got 4 hours. I can do this. I'll go follow up by the river and along the river and see if there's land anywhere.
All right, go flying down, occasionally getting a little climb that you might have to get through some spaces. But then you reach the point that Faradul's at, presumably. Fly a little further, about another 100 feet, and fly out the opening of a waterfall. Water pouring down and down. What are the senses of a giant bat?
Blind sight 60 feet. Can't use blind sight while deafened, and advantage on perception checks that rely on hearing. It's got 60 feet of echolocation, basically.
Damn, that's some short range echolocation. Yeah. With your echolocation, though, you've got a pretty good sense for this. This is a large, and I mean large, underground chamber. You hear the water pouring into an underground lake below, and you continue to fly around the chamber.
Yeah.
You can see that this lake, much calmer water down here. You can see several islands sticking up in it. And as you take a pass by the far end of the chamber, you can spot firelight. And you can see through the dark, look to be 6 fires set around the shore at the far end of this underground lake chamber. Several humanoids milling about nearby, and a half glassed stone archway, almost like a building buried beneath all this, with a gargantuan pair of doors, the perimeter of which you can see lined with glowing runes, even at this distance.
I assume I'm too far to make out the race of the humanoids, but what about numbers? Just like a handful, few dozen?
About 2 dozen.
All right. And there were islands that were outside of throwing range of the whatchamacallit?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. All right. Um, how far total is the trip?
From the waterfall to the shoreline?
No, from like from the party to the islands. 'Cause I'm thinking if we're gonna move this way, we're gonna use the islands as a sort of staging area, drop everyone off there, and then transport them from the islands to the shoreline.
Okay, let me handle this first. Ruffles, do you have all your measurements I've given you so far?
150 feet down,
Mm-hmm.
450 feet down. Well, tunnel and then down.
450 feet down at an angle.
Yep.
Kind of a shallow one.
Yep. And then I had 650 feet to the waterfall.
Okay. So, from there, the waterfall is 200 feet. And from the base of the waterfall to the island is 420 feet.
$1,270 feet.
All right.
And that's just
So
in
only
straight
about
lines. Like, that's not actually going at a diagonal.
it's only about a
that would
quarter
be-
mile. All right. I'll fly back to the party. Fill them in on what's going on down there. Ooh, was the water at the bottom of the waterfall calmer?
Yes, he said the lake was
Yes.
calmer.
So what's down there? Sorry.
Past the waterfall, there is a lake in a large opening. There's some islands that I think we can use as a sort of staging area just to regroup and while I'm ferrying everyone over. And then beyond the islands, there's a shoreline with, what was it, 4 or 6 campfires, like 24 people, and a half-glass doorway.
Of gargantuan size.
We should check it out.
That's what I'm thinking.
Flying in a diagonal, it is 1,150 feet. From the top of the waterfall to the island, including the path down the river. That's the total that we'd have to move party members.
And once the party's to the islands, the water should be calm enough to swim if we need to. Or water walk.
Yeah.
Uh,
How many? Yeah, I can't swim.
But if it's only a quarter mile, fly at 30 feet around with a. That's carrying. Flying with a rider doesn't have the movement speed reduction, does it?
I'd go with no, because that's mounting.
All right. So flying with a rider, I should be able to get there and back in about a minute.
Dashing is closer to 2.
With a 60-foot fly speed?
Well, you have a 60-foot base, or is that 60-foot dashing?
60-foot base fly speed as a giant bat.
Oh, I thought it was 30. Shit.
Regular
No, flying
bats might.
creatures are fast.
Yep. That was my mistake then, yeah.
Got to maintain that velocity.
Yeah, regular bats have the 30-foot fly speed, giant bats have a 60. Turns out as you get bigger, you need to go faster to stay in the air.
All right. Well, I think we can start deploying our troops.
Yes.
And real quick, how far are these islands from the shore?
The closest one is 420.
How many people are on each one, or is there we're just going island to island?
I think
They're on the shore.
the islands weren't like manned or anything. The people were on the main shore. Since we're going to be a quarter-mile away, is why I want to use the islands as a sort of staging area, just so we have somewhere relatively safe to regroup.
That sounds like a good, decent plan.
While we're here, though, we should probably do the water walking ritual if we're to be doing that.
I mean, I do it every morning. It lasts 24 hours. Oh, sorry, water walking.
Water walking.
Never mind. I thought you said breathing.
Yeah. We do have someone with water walking, right?
Yeah, I have water walk.
All right. If we're going to be doing that, this is probably the best time to do it, because it's going to only take a few minutes to get everyone to the island, and we don't know how long we're going to have once we get there.
All right. First I want to cast. How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5. Good. There's 5 of y'all. Good. I'm gonna cast motivational speech, which gives y'all temporary 10 temporary hit
Motivational
points.
speech?
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
It's a level 3 peace cleric spell. It gives you 10 temporary hit points, advantage on wisdom saves.
Hold up.
What?
That's not from a valid source.
What's he reading?
Motivational speech, that's an Acquisitions Incorporated spell. That's not a source we use.
Okay. Oh, it has an A. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Scratch that. Never mind.
Yeah, I'd recommend just removing that as a source from the PDF.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yep.
All right.
You might have to regenerate the spell sheet after, but yeah, we don't use the Acquisitions Incorporated content.
I'm just regenerating my spell sheet. All right, so then I'm gonna ritual cast water wall.
Wait, water wall?
Water walk.
Ah, walk. Sorry, I misheard you. So what are you guys doing?
I believe we're using the giant bat to get transit down to that island set.
All right.
Indubitably.
Takes
Or
a few minutes.
if you want, you could also ride an orca.
No. Do not want.
Bit too wet.
Oh shoot, that's right. Varric, I need a con save from you. Sorry, not Varric. Faradul.
I was like,
but-
fuck?
All right.
I didn't do nothing.
All right, that passes. You take 6 points of cold damage, but do not gain a level of exhaustion as a result of the cold water.
Didn't we say that water breathing?
No, it
Water-
helps with pressure.
Water breathing helps with pressure and oxygen, not hypothermia.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, we ruled it helps with pressure and oxygen because otherwise it wouldn't function, and pressure because, well,
Otherwise, it wouldn't function.
more like otherwise you'd be like really limited in the adventuring options.
Congratulations, you got a 3rd level snorkel.
Yeah. Like,
I
oh
love
man, we can go to so many
spelunking
cool
down.
adventuring locales, except you can't go further than like 500 feet down before, the bends fucking obliterate you on the way up, or the pressure obliterates you on the way down.
Yeah, even that's pushing it, like 30 meters, maybe 100 feet.
Oh, the deepest like free diver have gone something like 300 feet down. It's,
Yeah,
it's
those,
doable.
those are people who like actually do this thing regularly, and they've
Those are people with 20 con.
They
Mass-
basically reprogrammed their body. Yeah.
They have achieved fitness.
maximum fitness.
they have passed the fitness gram pacer test.
From the moment they understood the weakness of their own flesh, they decided to get swole. All right.
There we
Yeah.
go.
So, yeah, you get a little chilled there, Varric, but you don't get fucked up by hypothermia.
Faradul.
Faradul, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll just shuttle people down to the island.
Indeed. You guys are now on this island. This island is actually not made out of glass. It's a granite.
All
Interesting.
right. Well, I will take a look see at the shore and the fires and the people and the doors and the runes and
The
a little
ruins
bit of
and the
this, a little bit of
dunes.
that.
Well, the shores are made of stone, like rocky stone.
Mm-hmm.
The fires are campfires lit using wood. The people look to be armed and armored and on watch.
Any markings?
No. The doors are big, polished black glass, and unmarked. The door frame itself is partial glass, partial onyx, and has glowing runes inscribed in the giant tongue.
Well, pull out a scratch pad and start marking them down. And what from what I can read, knowing giant. So I'm not really, Arcana knowledge wise, but I do speak giant. What stands out to me from what I'm reading?
Well, in giant, it reads, the Temple of Sacrifice, Path to Ascension.
That sounds ominous.
All right. And then once I get all of the runes written down, I'll hand the paper over to Intervin to see if there's anything more than what I was just reading in giant.
Is there any arcane significance to the runes?
There is not.
Oh.
It's just a label. Is there any... You say these people are armed and armored.
Yes.
Most cultures are identifiable by the style of arms and armor that they wear. Are we able to tell, what culture these people are from?
These people are dressed in the arms and armor typical of the people in the lands of where you guys have been hanging out.
Lands of The fuck are they doing down here? Aren't they way to the south of here?
Technically, all of this is lands of
Yeah, but
I think it's a good place.
Oh shit.
yeah, lands of is actually a really big area. We've just been hanging out on the coast for most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but aren't we on good terms with them?
Yes. Some of
For the
them.
most part. Kinda.
Warmaster Droom likes us.
And we got, good word by rescuing those soldiers of Armina.
But we may not have to go in hard to this camp.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if they had any, banner. But if they're not rocking a banner, okay. Then I guess I'll take a closer look at their weapons in particular.
Banner? Huh? Sorry.
No banner.
Oh. Then I'll take a closer look at their weapons in particular and see if they are more of northern construction or southern construction.
All right, give me a perception check.
All right. Using a spyglass.
Mm-hmm. The range will affect the results inherently, but yeah, the spyglass lets you make the check. Stylistically consistent, but the metal is iron.
Stylistically consistent with the north or the south?
Wait, you say their
They
weapons
use
are,
the same style, more or
you
less.
said their weapons are made in their style, but they're made of iron instead of brass?
Bronze.
Yeah, so that'd be
Yeah.
more Armina, that she was handling more iron
Yeah, it's
production
northern.
in the north.
It's like the northern JSOC people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Northern JSOC?
since I'm glassing all these guys, do any of them have a feather in their cap?
No.
Well, I don't mean literally have a feather in their cap. Does anybody stand out as a leadership position?
Oh, there is a dude
there's
with a
got
horsehair
noodles.
helmet.
Oh, you probably walk over there and talk to him.
So I would probably turn at this point to Rurik, since we've basically identified who these people likely are. Refresh my memory. Are these guys friendly with Castiel? Hostile towards him? Don't give a shit about him?
Well, the dudes that we ran into in that one cave were sent by Aramina to capture Castiel, if I remember correctly, Gilbert. The ones that were in the bronze and red armor. Those guys were missioned to get Castiel. They weren't just there by happenstance, correct?
Oh, Sargon and Iltani?
Yes.
Yes, they were going after Castile.
Okay, so then, yeah, most likely they would be friendly to Castiel's enemies if they're of the same allegiance to Armina and know who he is and work with Armina close enough. But from what I can tell, they don't have any militaristic tendencies. Oh yeah, that's another question. Do they have any militaristic tendencies? The way their camps are arranged, anything along those lines of, or do they just look like travelers who are lost?
Insight check.
Okay.
While he's doing, do we have any art?
I will help you. I also have a thing in insight. We can discuss it, and I'll give you guidance.
I wouldn't recommend guidance.
Okay, well then I can give you help because I do have proficiency.
All right. Well, I got the exact same roll, so thanks for the help. Your insight, your input was very helpful.
Well, we both came to the same
Yes.
conclusion.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
I'm helping.
Yes. But no, the reason I don't recommend guidance is because it would probably be a little bit louder than, hushed tones communicating with each other out on this island.
Okay.
I mean, they've probably seen us. We're not exactly hidden out here in the open.
It's dark.
We are in the dark.
Don't they employ like half orcs that have dark vision?
Aren't we
No,
like,
half orcs is south. Orcs are south.
how far
Armina
away
doesn't
are
have
we?
orcs. Droom is orcs.
How far away
Armina
are we
is more human elf gnome society. Well, I mean, all of
That's a
Human
good
this
half-orc
point.
area.
gnome.
He did say we're like a quarter mile away from them.
I think the nearest point on the shore is like 400 something feet. We're okay. So first question: do they seem militaristic with the 20 insight?
Oh, yeah, right.
Before we get ahead
No.
of ourselves.
No,
No?
the
Okay.
campfires are set up in order to, well, some of them are set up for actual use, but a number of them are perimeter bonfires.
Okay, so they're afraid of something in the dark down here. And
Rightfully
then the
so.
other question is, where is the nearest point on the shore that is as far away from the campfires as possible from our current position on whatever island we are 400 feet from the waterfall?
I'm sorry, run that by me again. My brain just did not process what you said correctly.
Okay, so they have campfires and then a campfire perimeter, but I'm assuming there is shore that we can kind of see because it's
Yes.
rock and, that's not lit up by a campfire that we could get to without being seen if we walked across the water that way.
You think there might be some areas like that?
Because I think it would be best if we approach them from land so they're unaware of our water walk in case it goes south, because then we can use that to our advantage. And then the other question is, with their firelight and the walls of this chamber are made of glass, how big is the chamber? We would see the reflections.
How big is the chamber?
How big is the lake, essentially? Their firelight reflecting off the glass walls would be just enough that, we could, kind of math out about how big the lake is. Because we're standing in the middle of it, so we have a good, perception.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of that firelight reflecting off of the edges of the room. You can't really see much of the edges of the room.
Okay.
It's
Well,
big.
then, how far is the waterfall from us? 420 feet, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
And then how far are the campfires from us?
The campfires would be about 500.
Okay, so give or take 1,000 probably across the lake.
Thereabouts.
And that's just from the waterfall to the fire. Obviously, we don't know how far the walls go out, unless Neelice wants to do a fly around the circumference.
And if it's relevant to mud as well.
Just so we got a better lay of the land. That's all I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'll go do a lap of the place.
All right. You do a lap of the place, kind of getting a feel for it. Yeah, it's about 1,000 foot across, and then the other way it's about 1,500, where it then kind of tapers and goes into another underground river. Let me make a quick doodle.
All right. Because yeah, when he does the fly around, he'd also get a kind of a feel for where the shore ends are. Yeah, I think we just walk over to one of the dark spots on the shore and then approach them from the shore side and don't give them any insight of how we got here. What do you think, Driven?
I think we should just walk over and talk to them. Trying to be stealthy. If we fuck it up, they're going to assume we're hostile.
Fair. You think just walk right across the water straight to the fires?
Yeah.
All right.
Not great, but that's what you're kind of looking at. That dot in the middle is the island.
Well, we start walking across straight towards the fire then.
Alrighty. You start walking across. You can kind of feel the air begin to reverberate rhythmically as you get about halfway across and are getting closer. You can see the figures walking around, kind of following a scattered pattern. You'd notice this. Their patrol process repeats every 10 minutes. You know, a guy will complete like a full lap around, that kind of stuff.
Oh, yep.
Are they repeating their patterns perfectly?
That's a fair question.
Yes.
Back up right now. Back.
Yep. Back to our little island.
All right. That over there, that's probably an illusion.
Trap.
Almost certainly.
Next move.
Drone strike.
All right.
So I deploy the drone and start floating it over there.
All right. The drone begins floating over.
Just looks like a flaming skull.
Mm-hmm. Makes it over. The humanoids do not respond.
All right, I can cast through it a limited number of times. Through it, I would like to cast Dispel Magic at the 4th level, targeting the illusion.
Like the dudes?
Yes.
Okay. Roll. They're still repeating their process.
How far are they?
About 500.
All right. But they don't react at all when I do that.
Correct.
Yeah, fuck it. I just walk across the 500 feet to the edge where the water is and do a detect magic ritual.
Okay. You detect illusion magic all over that whole area.
Yeah, I just start hosing it down with the water to see like what's physically there and what's not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It clips through the fire. It clips through the people. It sprays across the ground.
Does it hit anything invisible?
Doesn't seem to, no.
Okay. Is the door illusory?
The door is out of the range.
I'm walking forward through the illusion, just,
Right.
Also making sure to spray the ground to make sure that's solid.
Yep. The ground is solid and illusion.
Wait, the ground is emanating illusory magic? Not just the people.
Yeah, once you've kind of stepped onto the stone, you get a little further in, the ground begins emanating it.
What do you mean it begins?
Well,
It either
there's
is
a-
or it isn't.
There's a straight line. There's the ground you're on, which isn't, and the ground ahead of you, which is.
Yeah.
And the,
Fuck
and
that.
the short stairwell, and the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna manually cast Dispel Magic on that. 4th level.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, roll. Sorry.
fuck it, I'm done. I just walk back, you guys handle it, I'm done with this shit.
Are these Arcana checks, or is this?
No, it's
Dispel magic
Dispel
check.
Magic, but, I can't roll above a 5, so fuck it, I'm done. I just start casting fire bolts at them. At everything. Like, I start, high pressure water, fire bolts. I just start, if there's anything there, I'm just attacking it. Fuck it. I just begin unleashing just rays of frost, fire bolts, pressurized water, mine slivers. Fuck it.
guys.
I'm just
think it
fucking
should be
all
throwing
this
a
shit,
tantrum.
goddamn shit up.
Guys, I think Interven's throwing a tantrum.
No,
I've
no,
never seen
I'm
this
enjoying
before.
this.
Oh, I'm enjoying it thoroughly as well. I'm just making the comment.
Then I pull out that scroll at gate and decide, alright, maybe it's not that bad.
All right.
I put it back.
There is a rumble and a roar that echoes through the cave.
Well, you got something's attention.
First of all, Interven,
Yes.
roll me damage with a fireball and a water hose.
Bolt. I said fire bolt.
Fire bolt. Yeah, just give me 2 damage rolls there.
Actually, it'd have to be Ray of Frost. I don't actually have firebolt prepared.
That just ruins the whole GIF. Damn it.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized, I didn't actually prepare firebolt. I had shape water instead. My bad.
Is it Firebolt a cantrip?
Yes, and I can change out cantrips when I rest, but I have
that's
shape
right,
water
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, gotcha.
So they would be Rays of Frost. Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, 2 rolls from Ray of Frost.
Holy shit!
Indeed. There is a roar that reverberates through the chamber. This echoing blast of sound as the gate,
It's not quite entirely stable.
well, as that illusory gate dissolves, and you hear thump, thump, thump,
Something's
thump.
coming.
as this huge, hulking, dinosaur-like creature pokes its head through the opening.
The fuck is that?
That's a bit big to be down here.
I mean, there's no way that's down here. I know that is not possible. That is.
Rollinish.
Hmm.
Can someone roll a d20 plus 1 for me?
That was fair, right?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks.
Man, you guys put the wizard out first.
The wizard's
see-
about to kick some ass.
Well, see, I was too distracted by him, using water shape and this fucking dinosaur to, really get ahead of him.
Also, quick question, Gilbert. When the door disappeared, did the people disappear too?
No.
Okay, so separate illusions.
Rourke.
Is it emanating any magic? Because I still had detect magic going.
It is.
What type of magic?
Illusion.
I completely ignore it and continue my tantrum.
Cool. Rourke?
Well, I'll shoot it with an arrow. See what happens.
Okay, what's the range on that thing?
80 short.
80 short?
Yeah. I mean, we walked over there when Intervin walked over there. We didn't split the party completely. We turned back, and then Intervin
okay.
walked over there, so we followed him, but we would have
Okay.
been like further back. He was the one that was
All
throwing
right.
a tantrum.
Yeah,
We're all standing on the shore
all of
eating
you still
popcorn.
on the island.
Yeah, no. we're on the shore at least. Like we walked over there with him. We wouldn't have left him
Okay.
alone, but once he started
Gilbert.
throwing a tantrum, we were kind of just sitting there like, eating rations kind of. This is new.
Okay.
Don't you know you never split the party?
Oh, we split the party all the time.
I know.
But anyway, so yeah, I'll just shoot it. How wide across is the shore? If I'm on the shore, how far away is it?
60 feet.
Okay. Guessing my arrow goes right through it.
No, your arrow sticks into this Tarrasque. It does not appear to have any effect. It just bellows at you.
Huh. Well, I start walking to the left.
You know what? Man, I fucked up my order of operations. You should have rolled and then I should have said that. Roll your damage anyways. It's more fun to see you get a good damage roll and then rip it away.
Well, I hope in this case I get all ones. No, that's actually a pretty good damage roll.
Indeed. Well, you shot it. It didn't appear to do anything. What are you doing now?
Nothing. I
Okay.
can't do anything.
Nillis.
So this thing is not affected by arrows, and it's got illusory magic on it.
Mm-hmm.
I will land and drop wild shape and then cast dispel magic on it.
Okay. Roll.
I dispel a first level spell.
No.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Does the spell magic use Arcana checks, or is it just like its own
Spell
type of
casting
roll?
ability modifier.
Okay.
It's like clerics and druids use wisdom. Or
Alrighty. Anything else, Nillis?
Can you imagine if it were Arcana? It's like, yeah, I know you're not an int caster, but fuck you.
that's it for me.
Faradul.
I just stand here boggled at this weird magic bullshit going on.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Varric.
Huh?
Varric, the Tarask.
Yeah, but I just watched Rurik shoot at it and nothing happened.
Right, what are you doing?
Where are
Should've got it
anybody
better.
else on this thing? The other people? You know what? The hell with it. I'm gonna do my old standard. I'm gonna bless the 3 characters. Faradul, Faya, and who else is a melee character? Porkchop.
Alright.
There, that's it. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Isha.
Isha's probably just wondering what the fuck is going on. Yeah,
Okay.
she probably doesn't do anything. But actually, no. Big monster, I'm appearing, but unconcerned. She's just gonna back up a bit and see what happens.
Okay. This
Yeah,
thing's turn. Intervene, it comes barreling down on you in your tantrum.
Oh yeah, look,
Pivots.
another fucking illusion. Oh yeah, well, fuck you
And swings
too.
its tail.
Oh wow,
Are you
an
not trying to dodge?
illusory drag, an illusory tail coming right at my head. Oh wow, I wonder what this could possibly do.
Are you?
This is
I
where
mean, Intervene, you
are
see
you not
my
dodging
arrow
at all?
stick into it.
It's an illusion. Why would I bother dodging it?
this is
You
where
still
we learn
would
that
have the
someone,
knowledge that my arrow struck it and stuck into it, not passed through it.
this
Oh
is where we learn
fine,
that
I'll
someone
dodge
casts-
it.
Where we learn that someone cast seeming on the Tarask to look like another Tarask.
All right.
Yes, I will dodge it. It hits me anyway.
$17 points of bludgeoning damage as you're hit by the tail, and I need a strength save from you.
All right.
Wait, is this actually happening?
I don't know, mister, is it?
All right. You are knocked 15 feet back and prone. It's going to keep barreling down. And Claw Bite.
Yep.
17 and 20. 13 points of slashing.
Okay.
And the bite. $30 points of piercing.
All right. Well, I'm unconscious and 2 failed death saves.
All right. You are also grappled and restrained inside of its jaws.
That's nice.
Your calmness is kind of terrifying. Faya. The Tarask has just taken out Interven.
Well, I know at least mundane weapons don't work on it, so I'll rage, run at it, and try to pry its mouth open to save Interven.
Opening his mouth, he's gonna climb in from the outside.
I mean, just pour a healing potion down my throat. I don't care about being grappled or restrained. It doesn't affect anything.
Alright, yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'll take a potion from...
I mean, I have 2 on my belt.
Yeah, take one of your potions and feed it to you.
Okay.
All right. As it holds him in his jaws, you run up, jump, grab the potion, run up, jump. Do me a favor and give me an athletics check to kind of hang on enough to deposit in his mouth.
All right. D20 plus 9 with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, and plus D4.
Yep, you're able to get up and on and administer a health potion. All right, so let's get that health potion roll in.
I already did. I was a little premature on it. 8.
Ah, okay. All right. Intervene, you're conscious, 8 hit points, grappled and restrained its jaws, down to level exhaustion. Anything else, Faya?
That was action, movement, and bonus, right?
Yes.
Then that's it.
Alrighty. Intervene.
I dispel the Tarask
Okay.
using level 4.
Okay. Roll. Unless I'm going crazy, the DC is 10 plus spell level, right?
Yes.
It is.
I just can't roll like crap, apparently.
Indeed. The spell fails.
Yeah. Let's see. Bonus actions. Bonus actions. Will that work? Probably not. Yada yada yada. Ha 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 ha. Alright, I'm done.
All right.
Don't suppose you have Misty Step or Dimension Door or something?
Oh, I do.
Ah, well.
But I can't use that and Dispel Magic in the same turn.
Indeed. Amtar.
Runs.
He flees from the Tarask already.
No, he shits himself.
A reasonable response
Well,
for
he said
what, a
runs.
12-year-old?
An 8-year-old? I only like 7 and 8, I think. I always forget which one's which.
Alrighty, runs. Pork chop.
How far away am I from the Tarask?
30 feet.
Okay. Are we still in this room described by the blue drawing, or is that a previous room?
Yes.
Okay. Is the Tarask where the red dot is?
No.
Alright. Well, whatever. Yeah, I think this might be real. Should probably run. I'm trying to think if I can do anything for Intervin.
It's an illusion. Someone just dispel the fucking thing.
Alright, well, that can't be me, and I am forced to work under the assumption that this Tarask is real. So,
I want to be clear, I was saying that like in a bored tone while dying in its mouth.
Yep. Porkchop is not going to argue with a dying man. Instead of that, he's going to leave. Out the way we came.
Alright, you go running across the water.
Yep, running his full 60 feet.
Alrighty. Rourke.
Does the passage that we came through look like it's large enough to accommodate the Tarask?
The passageway you came through is an underground lake. You're running across the water.
I know.
We came through a waterfall that is 200 feet above us. Our druid carried us.
It's very big.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll have to wait for him at some point.
Yeah, the dot is that in the middle is the island that we were sitting on.
Okay, then.
Well, from what it sounds like, Intervin is less than 30 feet from me. Oh, no, more than... He's 45 feet from me. Because he got knocked back 15 feet from the Tarask, which was 60 feet away. So, yeah. So I walk 15 feet forward, and then very loudly to Intervin. Actually, no, I take that back. Very loudly to Neelice, who's probably didn't need to walk to do that. Have you tried dispelling it? And then I, go my 30 feet out on the water.
Okay.
I tried
granting him the help action.
I tried that spell.
God damn it, sleuth. All right, anything else, Rourke?
Nope. I'm just go my 30 feet out on the water.
All right, Nillis.
I will dispel it.
Will you now?
Probably not.
I'd like to see this happen.
I guarantee you won't roll above a 10.
What's a nat 20 get me?
Ooh, there you go.
I granted him the help action.
All right.
It was the reverse psychology.
Indeed. You hear the shatter of glass, and the illusion dispels, revealing there's no saddle on it.
Just a regular dinosaur?
Just a regular Carnosaur. It's just a T-Rex.
He's not even a hog rider.
So does Intervin fall from where its mouth used to be?
No, he's still in its mouth.
Hey, this
He got
situation
some
is
long
suddenly more
legs.
manageable.
The
I'm having
situation-
dinosaur steak for dinner tonight, guys.
Sounds good to me.
Rourke, you can see that the spot that you shot it is bleeding.
Oh.
And
Excellent.
you can also see a few freezer burns on it from where Intervin shot it. Yeah.
Well, this is much more manageable.
Anything else, Nillis?
Out of curiosity, are these things beasts and CR3 or below?
Okay, do you have any better questions?
No.
I
I
think
don't
that's
have
the
good
most important
questions.
question.
It's a beast, it's huge, and it's CR8.
So I'll be able to polymorph into it, just not wild shape yet.
Alright. Anything else?
That's it.
Fair duel.
Oh, well, now that I have an actual target to get angry at, I'm going to get angry at it and attack it.
I think Intervin beat you to the punch there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I yell out down the illusory doorway. I'm gonna waterboard your fucking dinosaur to death.
That's several hits. At least 3.
All right, well, we'll do the critical first. Meh. So overall, that's like 60 magical hammer damage. 59 to be precise.
Bloodied.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Varric. Varric.
Yes.
There's an Intervin in the jaws of the not actually a Tarrasque.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. It's a big lizard that we're eating tonight, according to Under. So how far is the
T-Rex?
Yeah, from me.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, I'm gonna go up and how Intervin's hurt, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just a bit.
I'm trying to think of the best way to do this.
Intervin looks like a Tarrasque chew toy in the mouth of a Carnosaurus.
Yeah, I know. I could cast freedom of movement on him, and that would drop him out of the mouth of the beast. Because I think
There is another way. It's the
What's
one I'm
that?
fond of.
Killing it?
No.
If it
Then I
bleeds,
can
we can
activate
kill
the
it.
chainsaw.
You can do what now?
You know, Spirit Guardians, the buzzsaw,
Oh, yeah.
lawnmower,
No, I was talking about making it bigger.
making who bigger?
Intervin.
It's enlarge on the wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that.
Enlarge, reduce, baby.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I can. It's a 30-foot. Okay. Can I see? Okay, I can see Intervin, right?
Mister, what class
What?
are you?
Cleric.
Enlarge Reduce is not a spell on the cleric
It
spell
is.
list.
I'm
I
looking
think
right at it. It is a second level cleric spell.
I think it is with the Tosh's expanded list.
It comes out of the player's handbook. Enlarge, reduce. I'm looking right at it.
What domain are you?
Peace.
Enlarge, reduce, artificer, sorcerer, wizard,
No, that should
optional
not be on your
variants,
spell list. Mustard.
bard, druid, and it's not a peace domain specific spell.
It's nope. That's Bard. Never mind.
I think Mister needs to go through his source material with the party at some point. Because you're full blood cleric, right, Varric? You have no multi-class or anything?
Mister?
Mister?
What?
You're a full cleric, right? You're not multi-class
Yeah,
or
I'm a
anything?
monk cleric. And it says it's out of the player's handbook. Unless somebody fucked up the spell list, I just regenerated it. Just like 2 seconds ago when I pulled that other stuff off.
The spell is from the player's handbook. I think it got added to the cleric's list with the Tasha's expanded spell list.
But that's just it, though.
It didn't.
I'm looking at the reference
shouldn't.
material, and bard and druid got it. Had it added to their thing, but not clerics.
I have the additional cleric spells from Tasha's. Optional cleric 1 from Tasha's 30.
Right, but it only adds 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, and 9th spells. There's nothing it adds to 1st, 2nd, and 7th.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
It just sounds like something got misconfigured on your sheet, is all.
Yeah.
I'm looking right
I'm
at
guessing it must be a stray source material. It's the only thing I can think of.
I'm using the PDF.
No, it's not source material related. It's PHP source. That's fine. Like the spell does exist. It is a usable spell. It's just clerics shouldn't have it. Like I said, I think he probably misconfigured something somewhere where he told to regenerate a list of all 2nd level spells or something.
No.
No, you must have copied it from another character and forgotten to regen it, because that is not a
No, he just
spell.
regened it.
And it's still there?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Okay,
yes.
well, the sheet is not perfect. It makes a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, must just be an error in the sheet then.
Yeah, because I pulled up the version that I have of your sheet at 5th level, and I'm not seeing it on that part of 2nd level spells.
I'm opening Peace Domain. I'm redoing the spell list again, but it's still on there.
You can't rely on that as your source of info. It's wrong.
Well, that's the
Hold
only
on.
thing I use is the PDF. So
All right, hold on. Are you able to stream it?
no, not from the computer I'm on, but
All right.
What? Do you have it on your old computer or the good computer?
the old one.
No, it's got it.
It's the I'll tell you which character sheet it is. Y'all can punch it up and look.
Mister, I understand that the sheet, the PDF says you can do it. I'm agreeing with Gilbert because I've got the physical book in front of me and I'm not seeing it.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but I did not know that. So
not a big deal. Just you got to pick something else to do on your turn.
Yeah. It sounds like something's happened. We can do the fine adjustment after the session. But what are you gonna do?
Still on there. I just read it. Okay, so
Wait, what race are you?
Human?
Okay. Never mind. I thought, wait, could it be a racial casting of it?
No, I don't think so.
The racial castings of it are usually self only.
Wait,
Exactly.
Derek, do you have any levels in
I
Rune
have
Knight?
1 level in Monk and 8 levels in Peace Domain Cleric.
No, yeah. Should
Very
be in it.
strange.
Well, I only took the 1 level in Monk because I don't know who did the spell sheet, but yeah.
There's probably just something misconfigured in there. Let's keep going though. What are you
Anyway,
doing with your turn?
So I should heal him then. Again, I'm back down to the idea of casting freedom of movement. The only problem with that is a touch domain spell. I mean, that is a touch spell. I have to get in close to touch him.
Touch domain.
Yeah, you know, it's the good domain, the touching one.
That's
I mean,
my
it is
first
pretty-
domain.
It's full
Touch
of-
domain
it's full
is
of
what
kids.
bards use.
Usually not in combat.
Let's see. Oh no, I got something even funnier. I got something that's. I don't even think this is a spell for him either, though. Okay, I'll never mind. I'll do something else.
What's the spell?
Is polymorph a cleric spell?
That is,
What?
I think, is
I have polymorph as a 4th level spell.
No, it's not.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's on here.
Yeah,
That's for trickery clerics.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
At this point, I'm
Oh.
like 100%
So that's
sure you
why
did
the-
something wrong with your
They,
character
they
sheet.
register it, so okay. Trickery domain. Yeah, I can believe that. All right. Well, then I'm gonna you know what? I'm just gonna heal under. Fuck it. Y'all can worry about the rest of it later. I'm just gonna go up and no, I'm not gonna go up and do shit. I'm going to.
Shoota!
Okay, well
Yeah,
then
let's do that.
I'll shoot the monster. No, I got a better idea. I'm gonna go up and hit the monster. The priest is going to engage.
Okay.
priest is getting engaged. Congratulations.
Sorry, this came to mind.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It just
You're
made
all
me
good.
think of this.
Yeah, get on with that.
Get on with it.
All right. What are you hitting him with?
That is a touch. I am touching him.
Touch domain.
Okay.
Touch
With
domain.
that-
And
what
then I'm
spell?
gonna hit him with. When I touch him, I'm gonna cast inflict wounds on him.
Okay. Technically speaking, your order of operations there is wrong. It's you cast inflict wounds and then touch him.
Okay.
I mean, he could touch him
Yes,
beforehand.
I mean, I am a monk.
No, he has to declare he's casting the spell before he rolls. But yes. All right.
Well, no,
you
I'm
hit.
saying you could touch him beforehand, but he has to pull his hand away to cast the spell.
All right. So
And
you
then
hit.
retouch.
You've hit.
All right, I'm working out damage because I'm upcasting it.
Upcasting is something you need to be declaring when you're casting the spell, mister.
Then I will not upcast it. Where did it go?
It's 3d10 at level 1.
Yeah, 3d10.
Silly cleric thinks he's a paladin.
And a wizard.
Apparently.
Are we sure you're not using, like, a different character?
No, I'm telling you, I'm not trying to bullshit y'all, man. I can read off my spell.
no, it's good.
I don't think you're
Just-
trying to bullshit
Okay,
us
we're pretty sure it's
intentionally.
fucked.
It just sounds like-
points of. I need a newer probably need an updated version of the character sheet. I thought I had the most.
I'm
No, it just
almost
sounds like the
positive
domains
he's doing
are
something
not
wrong when he's generating
limited.
the character sheet. He's including spells from another class or.
No,
doing
it's
some
like the other
weird shit.
domains. No, it's like
Guys,
the other
guys.
card domains.
All right, 14 necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
And that's all I'm gonna do.
Alrighty. It is now the turn of Isha.
Indeed. Isha is going to cast Prestidigitation on me.
Making you taste real shitty, ain't you?
Yes, she is. She's making my clothes because it's 1 cubic feet of non-living material, cloth, pretty thin but wide in area. That my clothes taste very, very bad, like bromiated bitterness types bad.
It drops you.
I thought it might.
It tastes like Nintendo Switch cartridges, which is going to backfire because that just got more people to lick and eat them.
You can see
Actually,
its tongue flopping around, tasting the air in its face, trying to get the nasty taste off.
You'd want to go with coffee and tobacco.
What do you mean? That's a classic combo. People love that.
Yeah, but lizards don't.
Oh,
All right, but that's all Isha does.
I gotta stop giving cigarettes and coffee to my lizard.
That's why he left the community.
Yeah, you ever wonder what happened to him? He moved in with me.
And you fed him coffee and cigarettes.
Yeah, I keep him in my basement.
I didn't know you
Alrighty.
hired him as an intern.
Alrighty. Let's see here. That's Isha. This thing's turn. Well, the dying wizard tastes bad. She's gonna eat the cleric. Mister, here comes the tail.
What's the tail?
Is this the tale of brave Sir Robin?
Varric, does 18 hit you?
No, it does not.
Huh. Okay.
Remember, I said I was a monk, level 1.
Ooh. He's got that,
Indeed. Alright.
Which
Okay.
helps me
Armor
because
defense.
my wisdom is so high.
A claw is coming for Faradul.
Oh no. Aha!
It missed.
Aha! It doesn't miss.
18.
Nope. Miss.
Bite.
Yeah.
27 points of piercing. As you're now grappled and restrained inside of its jaws.
Bullshit.
Your ass is sticking out the front of its mouth. Your legs are kicking. And where the fuck's the Inish?
Somewhere.
Ah, here
way
it
up
is.
there.
All right, Fea,
Yeah.
your move.
All right.
Yeah, kinda
I
like that.
will climb further up, so I'm just standing on top of it. Get big, and start slamming my great swords down on its back.
Okay. That's really funny to watch.
I do not accept nat ones. They don't exist for me.
Are you sure about that? DM cast Nat 1.
Oh
See
man, I
what the
never
dice
finished
bus
that
says
show.
now.
I gotta get back to that.
What, Primal?
Yeah, don't
Oh, yeah,
spoil
it's
it.
good.
It says I rolled a 13.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you could just say I'm lucky like that.
The DM will remember your insolence. That hits.
Alright, does a 17 and 25 hit?
Yes.
Again,
It is near death.
rolls ones don't exist for me. I'm re-rolling them.
Oh, that's right.
And in this case, the 2.
Man, you must be the absolute bane of programmers when they have to deal with binary.
Well, yeah, because apparently only zeros exist for him, so it's just 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Truly, if he's a programmer, he must be a really bad one. Refuses to use ones.
Yeah, it's binary, but it's 1 and 2. Like it should be.
0 and 2.
Oh, it's 0 and 2. He doesn't believe in ones. They don't exist for him.
You're really wacky
So-
when you try to do powers.
22 and 21.
Alrighty. It's dead. It rears up, throwing you off, and it crashes into the ground dead, bleeding onto the stone.
I pull myself out of the mouth.
Alright, we camping here for the night? Bonfire cooking?
No, some chuckle fuck set this thing up here, and we're gonna go find him and tell him why this was such a bad idea.
Honestly, I thought it was fucking funny as hell when I set this encounter up.
Well, we don't know how far away they are.
I start walking down the hallway it came out of.
Oh my god.
Intervin has 0
It's a long
fucks to give.
corridor, well lit and filled with treasure.
Uh-huh. Detect magic ritual.
Yeah, it's illusion.
Uh-huh. Is the corridor itself real, or is everything plus the treasure illusory? Like, is it just the treasure that's illusory?
Oh my god, the illusion is everywhere.
I disbelieve the illusion.
Okay.
And start spraying
there.
water everywhere.
Yeah, it's still there. Water blasting off of the coins, scattering them.
Yeah, I just start walking down, just blasting water everywhere to make sure I'm not walking into another fucking illusion.
Indeed, aggressive fire hose continues as you guys walk down this corridor, which goes and goes and goes. Kind of just follow the straight corridor filled with treasure. You stop at any point?
Is there an end to this corridor?
Indeed. You reach the end of the corridor, which takes the form of a pair of curtains draped across the wall.
Are the curtains illusory?
Yes.
I just spray them down with water.
All right. You spray the curtains with water.
Another dinosaur comes out looking like a Jurassic.
No, this time a dinosaur comes out.
It's a Tarast miming a dinosaur.
Indeed, but you continue to spray the illusory drapes.
What's behind them?
You gonna move them?
I would presume the water would have done that for me.
Nay, these are big drapes.
Did they pass the strength save?
Yes.
Do they match the carpets?
Fine. I reach up and tug on them and tear them down.
You see a large oil painting of Castile and his associates.
Is this also illusory?
Yes, they're all flicking you off.
Yeah. I like pull that off the wall and throw it aside. Is there anything behind it?
Yeah, a wall.
Is that illusory?
Yeah.
I walk through the wall.
The wall is wall.
You said it was illusory.
Yes.
It's an illusion of a different type of rock, isn't it?
You try pushing through it. It remains.
Faradol, break down this wall, please.
Aye, Captain. I attack the wall with the hammer.
Was there anything on the back of the painting while he was doing that?
Yeah. You mean like the back of it, or like you take the back off and look at the back of the actual painting?
Yes.
Ah. Alrighty. You take the painting out of the frame.
Nice frame. We'll take it with us.
The frame is illusory.
I'll take the illusion with us.
And on the back of it is a monologue.
Is it interesting?
It depends. How interesting do you think? Ha 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 ha, and then some
Not
shit
terribly.
about his evil plans.
Oh, okay, that part's interesting.
Oh, okay. It's rather vague, but it talks about how you will, of course, never be able to catch up and stop Castile from completing the ritual at the lake, and that you would be fools to show up. And that you should all
Right.
go home.
Well, he's convinced me. Let's go home.
This is a triple bluff where he's telling us that he's at the lake, so we show up there, but we know he wouldn't tell us he's at the lake if he's actually at the lake. So he's saying, don't go to the lake, so we're more inclined to go to the lake, even though he's not at the lake. But maybe he knows that we think that, and so he's doing the opposite.
But you see, Intervin is a learned man, and in his studies, he must have learned that man is mortal.
And therefore, he put the poison as far away from himself as he could.
Yep. All right. But yeah, you bash your way through the illusory wall, which crumbles into illusory rocks. You can see a glass tunnel ahead of you.
Is the painting itself illusory or was it physical?
Illusory.
Okay, I'll leave it behind.
Was there anything in here that wasn't illusion?
Your party members? Presumably their friendship isn't an illusion.
Press X to doubt.
Well, I mean, his specifically, yeah, kind of is.
All right, well, what's on the glass tunnel?
All right, you guys continue down the tunnel. Whoever's taking the lead, give me a survival check.
One survival check coming on up.
You
Well,
want
technically
me
it's
to-
3 survival.
I'll head up and help with this because I'm actually proficient with survival.
All right, so advantage.
All right. You begin leading the party down the corridor, and I need to take an intermission for the bathroom. One moment.
Hey, Rurik, you know Castiel's, like, name, right?
Yeah, I would know his full name.
Great. I've got a plan.
I could say probably from personal experience, he also probably has low wisdom. He's highly intelligent, but not wise.
Right. So when we get back topside,
Yeah, you're thinking of going back to? Because this is an endless chase.
No, I want to. It's at the end of this hallway, because apparently it's physical and not illusory.
True.
Um,
And we went through all the trouble to get here. You're right.
yeah, like we might as well walk around a bit. No, it's more. I've got a cunning plan, and
Try.
yeah, basically. But you see, he's probably protected himself against that, but I bet he hasn't protected his mooks.
Yeah.
And so I shall use the art of diplomancy to extract the name of a mook, who we will then scry and fry his entire encampment.
running out of crickets.
Do you want me to wild shape into a cricket?
Do you want me to use you as fishing bait? That's why I'm running out of crickets. I mean, you're more than welcome to, but you might not enjoy it.
I mean, I thought it was going to be for comedic effect, waiting for Gilbert, but if you're just looking for fishing bait, I can also turn into a killer whale. They get a lot of fish. Or apparently
This is
also
true.
a Tyrannosaurus Rex now, if that's the stat block Gilbert was using.
I think he was using the Tyrannosaurus, but it was he was using the other one for the imagery.
Carcharodon or whatever. I wasn't a dinosaur kid. I based my entire personality off of different things when I was 12.
Carnosaurus.
I got the car part right.
Oh, I even was pronouncing it wrong. Carnotaurus. Like the car. Hey, I actually had one of these as a kid. Well, maybe not that one, but something similar. I don't think mine's neck pivoted.
You just didn't have all the fancy schmancy doodads, bells and whistles.
No. See if I can find it. I don't think the one that I had was from Jurassic Park. Gilbert should have used this image. Because we wouldn't want to fight it. We want to keep it as a pet.
Mm-hmm.
There's more of them.
All right, I'm back.
Found a better image that you could have used.
Oh, that's great. Alrighty. So, survival check.
Another one?
No. I'm just picking up where I left off. All right.
Ah.
So, you lead the party through rather treacherous glass corridors, getting over the occasional gap, crossing over bits of flowing water, working away past a near cave in, all quite handedly. And as you guys do so, you've continued on for several hours, and the adventuring day is beginning to reach a close. What are you guys doing?
Well, do you guys just want to teleport back to the cart and just leave town in the morning, or what?
Pop a bubble here.
That sounds like a plan.
Keep going in the morning, and if we find nothing, then teleport back.
All right. Yeah, I'll set up a Lehman's tiny hut here.
You set up the tiny hut. You guys put up a watch order?
I suppose.
I'll be first and second watch.
I'll be first as well.
Well, that's right. We have 2 elves.
Right, so I'm on third and fourth.
And we did get rid of the watch rules so people can jump on.
Is there anybody that wants to also be up on watch with us?
I'll jump on third, the eventful one. Because you know if anything's going to happen.
Do a rest if needed.
Also, before we go down for a rest, there is one spell I need to cast using a 5th level spell slot.
Oh.
Yes, I'm going to cast Sending
Oh.
to Castiel.
I gave him his full name.
So does he have a response to that?
Yep. I wasn't expecting to have to reply to a sending. Give me a second.
All right.
Rookie mistake, Gilbert. Always expect ascending.
That's what you get back.
Great.
Complete
Exactly
with
as you
not
predicted.
actually putting a period at the end of a sentence.
He just trailed off.
Yes.
Well, he probably has no idea who the hell I am.
Well, he played right into your hand.
He truly did. Well, I guess we'll have to resolve this in the morning. Unless, Nillis, before we go down, do you happen to have open, what is it, 5th level slot?
No, I used Scrying to find the Archdruid today.
Ah, okay. Tomorrow then.
Tomorrow.
Then we rest. With our watch.
And then no, he didn't change it, but I'm on 3rd.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Alrighty. So, second watch. Rourke, you're dreaming. And what you dream of is a rather horrifying nightmare, an exaggerated parody of when you had found your father's dead body, murdered by your brother. His escape beyond your town of Podunku. As the dream ends, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Did I hear that right? You come from Podunk, the little town?
That's what I heard.
Podunku. Not Podunk.
It's Podunk. I just ran Podunk through Google Translate to Japanese.
Wow.
Yeah. Alrighty. Indeed. So, that fails. And you take 13 points of psychic damage as you wake up in a cold sweat.
Okay.
Your watch then begins. And
Well, I
save.
would tell Intervin about my dream.
You would?
Well, yeah. Kind of relevant. Whole reason I'm here is because this dude killed my dad. And I just had a dream about it, and it hurt.
Huh. Yeah, he's probably attacking you with the dream spell.
Most likely. But yeah, the reason I would tell you is Rurik when Rurik's not, Arcana intelligent. Magic isn't his shtick.
Oh god, I had a dream. Yeah, that's probably the dream spell. Oh.
Yeah, when he says, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like something that would work."
People who make spells aren't very clever with their naming. You want to send a message? Sending. You shoot a big ball of fire? Fireball.
Alrighty.
You want to scorch somebody? I know a guy.
That's Ray.
But other than that, your long rest's complete.
So, does mine count as not interrupted, and I get all of my stuff?
That is what I'm confirming really quick because here's the two parts.
So, if he failed the save, the nightmare lasts the duration of its sleep and prevents the target from gaining any benefit from that rest.
Indeed. So no benefit from the rest.
Okay, so I went back to sleep, and it was still afflicting me. Okay.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
it really ruined the first half of the night.
Nope, that's fine. Just wanted for my HP more than anything. I mean, that's the only thing that my long rests affect. I don't have anything else that happens.
Use Dream on Spellcaster. Really ruin the adventure party day.
It's alright. Elves are immune to the sleep or the dream spell.
I noticed that.
Yeah, both parts of the
Excellent.
scry and fry are
You
out.
know, Gilbert, you know how I was talking I was going to bring in a Goliath? I think I'm probably not bringing in a Goliath.
Cringe.
We're to go all elf. We're to go to all elf party.
Just so he can't fuck with us.
We're to go around as acting smug and superior to everyone we meet.
Don't we already do that?
Yes, but now it'll actually be in character.
Yeah, we'll have racial bonuses for it.
'Cause yeah, you have Fae, right, Gilbert?
What?
Eladrin's an allowed race, right?
Nope.
That isn't one? Oh, okay.
I was very careful in my purge.
No, I was just checking, because that's usually the elf that I play.
My goal is to exterminate every playable race that's not generic fighter man bro and halfling.
The gnomish wizard comes along.
Okay, that I'm not going to eliminate purely because it's too fun. All right.
Anyway.
Joking about ixnaying options aside, yeah, you all finish your rests, except Rurik, your night sucked.
A couple of bags under my eyes.
It could be worse.
But yeah, a new day has started here in the caves.
A new day doesn't dawn, but yes.
A new day has dawned. It's just several hundred feet above you.
Great!
A new day.
Well,
I'm gonna
know what
cast
dawn-
Sending.
we-
Hang on. Actually, I do need to type it up. Give me a moment.
A new beacon touches the day.
A new beacon touches the hand.
Well, we would know when dawn is, because my armor would glow for a second as it recharges. It recovers at dawn.
Okay, how do we know it's 16 o'clock? Does time stop?
Time stop. 16 o'clock.
16 o'clock.
1600.
16 o'clock. See, the dumb thing about the clock is that you have to circle it twice to finish a day. It should just be one big clock.
They do make 24-hour clocks.
I know, I'm just goofing.
Alright, so I would like to use Sending to contact Erlube.
You're going to use sending out or lube.
Yes.
Okay. There is no response.
Fucking asshole.
Went straight to message.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Nillis, would you mind scrying on this guy?
Alright, gather around. I'll scry on Erlu.
All right. You expend the spell slot and the spell fails.
Well. I mean, it is possible it's just a made-up name. What's plan B? We're hoofing it back out of the caves, or we gonna see what
Well,
the
we can just
DM
teleport out to our cart. But if we want, we can just walk through the cave some more.
Well, I figured we'd go further and see if there's anything. Walk for like 2 hours or so. And if there's nothing more, if it's just more endless cave, then yeah, just yeet back. I'm not too concerned about the X feet of hemp rope, but the silk we could just go to the top of the cave and pull back up. Although I will need to know how many feet we've walked.
Let's see, there's 6, 7 of us, so 14.
No, how many feet I've been walking.
Alright, so I guess we walk on.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Gathering the. Yeah, at this point, you guys have probably used up your full rope length of travel. Because you had what? How many feet?
2,000 hemp.
Yeah, you guys would have used it up.
Okay. So yeah, we'll just have to restock hemp and pythons.
All right, and what are you guys doing?
Oh, apparently they want to
Continuing the-
keep walking down the corridor.
Without any more rope.
I mean,
Okay.
if we're just using it as navigational, I can break out the string.
All right. You guys continue. Survival check. Oh, 3 survival checks.
One moment.
Yeah, Rourke breaks out the ball of yarn. We'll just, roll it along as we go.
All right.
I actually don't even know how big a ball of 1,000 feet of yarn would be.
You travel about 2 hours when you hear the echoing sound of footfalls up ahead. And you can see a flickering light begin to reflect. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Through the corridor ahead. Or not ahead, one of the side corridors.
Hey guys, there's light over there. I start working towards the light.
All right, let's go.
No,
You start walking towards the light, and the thump, 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 thump gets louder, and you can see a figure, like full sprint, rounding the bend before kind of tripping and sliding along a section of glass, their torch spilling out. Looks like some kind of adventuring type.
Is he running towards us?
Towards you.
Is he an
He's
illusion?
running the other way too. I think we need to start
Race
running.
and distance.
Race looks human. Distance 30 feet. It begins to right himself and stand. When you hear a couple of these like shrieks echo through the cave, almost bird-like shrieks.
Well, hello there, friend. You seem to have yourself in a bit of a pickle.
Run, 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 as he starts running towards you.
Why?
I mean, Father Varric is just gonna start running.
You hear some more noise, and you see 2 of these kind of come skittering around the bend. These weird raptor-like armored birds
The fuck
with
are
great
those?
scythe blades for hands.
How horrible.
You
Looks
should roll
like
an
chicken's back's on the menu, boys.
Mm.
Well, we had dinosaurs yesterday. Or makes sense.
All right, Isha,
Range?
30 feet.
Ray of Frost. Guess not.
Roll damage.
Darn.
As she hits the fleeing adventurer square on the chest, he goes rigid and falls dead.
Oof.
Oops. Anyway,
Well, we can fix him later.
Well, hopefully he had a lot of money.
He was like that when
Alrighty, Nillis.
you said 30 feet to the big chicken thingies.
Yeah, to the hooked horrors.
Yeah, the chicken thingy. Let's see. 30 feet. Inverse. I'll hit him with. I'll move up to like 10 feet from both of them if I can. And cast confusion.
Oh. What kind of save?
That is a wisdom save. Um, 17 is the DC. They both pass.
Alright. Anything else?
Nah, that'll be it for now.
Fair duel?
Well, I'm gonna hit. Nillis, did you actually hit one?
No.
All right, so I'll attack the left one then. Do. 2 hits.
Two hits.
Excellent. Ah, 36 magic damage. Magic hammer damage.
Very nice. It is bloodied.
Oh, good.
Anything
That's my
else, fair
turn.
duel? Alright.
Nope.
Intervene.
so how many of them are there?
Just two.
All right, there's a bloodied one.
Yep.
I give him the hose. So that is 17 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need a strength save from him. It fails and falls prone.
Alright.
How far is it from me?
35 feet.
I back up 30 feet.
Alright. Varric?
Varric is going to bless the combat classes. Faradul, Thea, and I think Pork Chop is a melee fighter, right?
Yeah, you can be.
Then him, yeah.
Alright.
And then I'm going to back up 30 feet.
Alright. This guy. Well, one of them is going to get up and try to flee, and the other one's going to straight up dash away. Tax opportunity provoked from Faradul. You taking one?
Oh, hell yeah.
The healthy one or the badly bloodied one?
The badly bloodied one. Never
Yes.
mind.
The healthy one dashing out of here, and the unhealthy one kind of getting up, staggering, trying to sprint away. Rourke.
They within 80?
Yes, only one of them is visible.
Badly bloodied one.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to put an arrow in its ass.
You succeed.
Do I need to re-roll the one?
No. You kill it.
All right.
Pork chop?
After all that, how many are left? Just the,
Gotten away.
sorry, repeat.
One has gotten away.
How far is it?
It went around the bend.
How far do I need to go to get around the bend?
30 feet.
I go 30 feet. Do I see it?
You run up 30 feet. Yeah, you can see its ass end sticking out from around another corner.
How far?
20 feet.
That's close enough. See, at this level, I'm still doing, yeah, 3. Okay. Ooh. Good roll. Do I hit with the 15?
Yes.
Nice. "63 bludgeoning damage from 3 successive axes to the ass."
Badly bloody near death.
Alright. Action surge. Ah.
One hit. I'm sorry, no, that's a miss.
Yeah, I figured. That's it for me then.
Alrighty. Amtar.
He's gonna blast the bloodied one. Guess not.
Thea. Thea.
So there's one that ran away and one that's still here.
No, one that ran away, one that's dead.
So I thought they got away, right?
I mean, one kind of did.
All right,
Not that
run,
far.
run 30 feet. Throw some spears.
Both miss.
So I'm just like pick up a spear in both hands and just fling them at the same time, and they are on target. They hit each other, and then they just split.
Yep. Isha.
So I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Are they both still alive?
No. One's dead, one's living.
All right. Can she reach a point where she can shoot at the living one?
Yes.
Then she shall do so. Scroll. Does a 16 hit it?
A 16 hits.
For 11 cold damage, minus 10 movement speed. That's all she does.
Dead. It's dead. You guys are out of an ish.
Great, let's check out this adventure that got killed by these horrors.
All right, well, the adventurer's wearing padded armor, has a spear and a bronze shield, a pack, nearly empty water skin, a couple of fungus stuffed into a pack.
Anything valuable or magical?
57 silver pieces.
Mm. Now that we're out of combat, I can post this.
Well, I mean, I'll pocket the silver. He's not going to need it anymore.
What the fuck, Pete?
I just saw it, and it had to be shared.
I mean, we could technically bring this guy back. Just sad.
He doesn't seem to have enough to cover that cost.
I mean, it's
Fair
his
enough.
own fault for walking in front of our casters.
What do you mean? He was killed by these evil chicken bear things.
Ah, yes. Man fleeing from hooked horrors finds other adventurers, tries to get to adventurers, gets gunned down by adventurers.
Oh, he was shot by a chicken hook bear thing.
I mean, it's his own damn fault when he realized that there were a bunch of spellcasters leveling spells that he didn't just hit the deck. Anyway, did he have anything magical on him? Or was the silver the only valuable stuff?
Only valuable stuff.
That's unfortunate. Any writings or journals or maps that he might have made?
He does have a journal.
Oh, cool. I'll read his journal.
No, you'll unlock a random quest.
And just like that, without even using his magic quill, Interfin's quest log updates.
Ding!
A new hand touched the beacon.
A new hand touches the journal. All right.
It talks? This is awesome.
No.
Aw.
No. You go.
Finding a magic talking journal would be hilarious.
You go through there, and yeah, looks like this is a relatively novice adventurer. He and his party, 6 of them in total, had enlisted with a fellow by the name of Castiel in order to explore some of these tunnels underneath the depression of black glass. They had a couple initial explorations that they did on nearby ruins in the kind of the ash halo around the depression. And finally Castile was like, all right, we're going in. We're gonna head towards the center of the depression of black glass. And these guys got sent in to kind of scout out a safe way through. At some point, the party's superstitions about the depression of the depression of black glass got the better of them, and after getting jumped by some kind of bat monster in the depths, they got lost.
I'm sorry, a bath monster?
A bat.
Oh, bat. Okay.
Indeed, a bath monster.
That's just called a mimic.
It had soap and a sponge.
Either that or they're Iraqi, but
One of the highly rare but very dangerous yellow rock. Which I can only assume inhabits that giant waterlogged cavern.
All right, so sounds like they didn't really find much useful stuff down here.
And back.
Random question. Varric and Porkchop have been sort of charting our path. How far have we gone?
That is a good question. Is there anything in those notes that I can use to improve my map at all?
Yeah,
or
there's
just
a little
any
bit.
info about the locations of other things we haven't seen yet?
There is a little bit.
All right.
Most of it relatively unremarkable.
Well, I have
Occasional
photographer's tools, so
fungus
I can make
biomes,
the map.
but there's, from what they're writing, very little down here.
I have cartographer's tools.
Well, I'll take what I can get from that.
I mean, Varric, you have been making a map with Porkchop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've already been doing that.
I'll be back in just a second. The dog is already barking.
I have a feeling like
All right.
all of Father Varric's maps are like this map. They make sense to him, and he can read them perfectly. But if anybody else tries to look at them, they're complete gibberish.
Alrighty. I'm back. Sorry about that.
So yeah, going over the navigation in Father Varric's cartography, the map that they've been building. How far have we traveled from the Druid village?
You think probably about 24 miles.
In which general direction?
Northeast.
And all of the offshoots that they've drawn on that we've gone down, they were dead ends and came back. Are they forming a continuous repeating sort of fractal pattern?
Roughly.
So if you were to flip it over, the center of the fractal pattern would probably be the center of the black glass area.
Yeah.
Well, I think I know where Zeus lost his thunderbolt.
What?
What's a Zeus?
Context,
saying.
they have none.
A giant lightning bolt hit the center of the depression of black glass, and we're walking through the fractal pattern.
Could be.
Yeah, I mean, if we've gone 24 miles, and if those are 6-mile hexes,
That is a big lightning bolt.
then we're like halfway to the center of that, where the circle star is.
I mean,
Well,
Gilbert, if I'm
these
understanding
caves are
this,
what you're are consistent with how you described them, Intervin, then if we follow them, we should end up at the middle.
well, I mean, this isn't a perfect image, but basically it's like this. Like all the offshoots that we've been navigating down are kind of creating these fractal patterns, like a lightning bolt. and we've kind of been following one of the main branches. Am I understanding this correctly, Gilbert?
Yes. Yes, that is pretty much spot on, yeah.
While we're on the subject, that admittedly really cool looking art people do where they put a current through a piece of wood to like burn that pattern into it is
That's-
super fucking dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's extremely dangerous.
But
This
really
image
cool.
is actually from a website that does that. I know all of the safety procedures to do, and because I have the high voltage stuff to do that.
Why is it dangerous?
High voltage.
Because of the high voltage. You're
I mean-
running raw current through wood.
Let me put it
There's
to you
no
this
other
way,
way to
Gilbert.
do it.
Think about how electrically conductive a piece of wood is.
Not very?
Exactly. So if you want to put a current through it, there has to be a
Oh.
lot of voltage behind it.
I got you. You're potentially
Yeah.
going to blow the thing to hell.
That's pretty much what you're doing.
More so the big danger is actually fires.
Yep.
See,
It's
my
less
safety
unattended
procedure-
because like it takes a long time for the voltage to get across the wood to create the Lynchburg effect. But that time, if you're not watching it, it can actually start fires because of the amount of heat it's generating.
Yeah, you're trying to force all that voltage through wood, which it doesn't want to go through. It wants to go like literally anywhere else. And if you give it anywhere else to go, it will, and set shit on fire or electrocute you or do any number of things.
If you screw up, here's the result.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Still, that's a nice pattern they got there.
See,
Yeah,
my safety
really-
procedure is
really-
that other people do it.
I say really painful tattoo. Here's another one from that same
They got to
website.
clean that toenail.
So if you screw up, you get a free foot.
Well, they don't usually care about that in the morgue.
I can get more than one extra. I can start an entire servitor colony.
God, that's cool. Okay. But yeah, that is roughly what you're looking at.
Okay, so whoever cast this wish wished for one hell of a thunderstorm.
Strange thing to wish for.
And it also turned people to rock. So we have two parts of, or well, at least two effects of the wish.
Do we know it's a wish? I forget where we got that info from. Or if we got that info.
The rock people.
Okay, so they say it was a wish.
Well, no, the rock people.
They say it was a wish.
They identified as being under the effect of a wish spell.
Right.
Hey, Intervent, identify the wall.
So something was here that somebody wanted to smite really bad and really hard.
Because now I'm kind of curious if they're linked.
I mean, I'll do a detect magic ritual first.
Use detect magic. The walls and the air around you are suffused with potent magics.
All right, I'll do an identify ritual on the wall.
Yep. The land here has been deeply scarred by a wish.
Yeah, it was a wish.
Okay, so it's linked, and we're, several hundred feet underground, so that was one hell of a wish.
Yeah.
So do we continue following the, pattern that will probably eventually lead to the center? Or do we teleport back and go over land?
All of our stuff's over land.
Yeah.
And from the looks of it, being down here won't really be much safer than being up above.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I vote we return to our cart and proceed over land, not to the center, but to that extraneous but
north.
useful one.
The one in the north, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Castiel's in the center.
Oh,
That
almost
was-
assuredly.
Yeah, because that was on the giant map. That was marked as a lake, and he had said lake to you. At some point, somewhere along the line, the words lake was said tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody hold hands.
Hold hands.
Dabudor.
And teleport.
Okay.
I forgot to roll for a recharge. Ah, cool.
Presumably you've been thumbing your associated object, right?
Of course.
Damn. I was hoping you'd eyeball it.
We do not eyeball it.
All right, you teleport ever so slightly off target and
How
fall
slight?
2.3 centimeters.
Oh, vertically.
Scaring the bejesus out of the champion.
Indeed. The cart rocks as he gets disturbed from his nap.
We have to dock his pay. He's not supposed to be napping on the job.
Hey, we pay him?
I don't know. Is all the stuff still in the cart?
I don't think the druids are the looting type.
Then he accomplished his goal. He safeguarded the cart from the druids and any depravities they might have taken with it.
Until you look over the side and you see that they left you on mold earth. They took your wheels. Wheels aren't natural, man.
Can't have shit in the depression.
I hope
Yeah,
they
good
understand
balance.
that a human body possesses enough bones to be fabricated into a wheel.
Ooh. That would be some wicked card action. Those wheels look kind of weird. Yes, they're the bones of my enemies. What?
I took the bones of an entire nation and fabricated them into my front walkway.
It's going to be my new friend.
All right, goofing around aside, yeah, your cart's in order.
Well, we don't have any horses, so see if the druids have any.
One of the druids shouts over to you, "No, we're not giving you our horses if you're going out there."
We'll give you lots of money.
No,
Flowers then.
no,
Did you find it in your heart to have faith?
no.
Heathen.
What about a donkey?
Some muttering. No. Are you kidding?
What about
We
a
have
donkey and a really nice stick?
no. We don't have a lot of stuff around here. We're not giving it to you so you can wander out into the depression.
I'll pull the card.
Is there anybody here that you just particularly dislike and want to get rid of?
Us.
Besides us?
No.
Hey, I don't condone that direction of questioning.
Quick, someone roll an insight check on
Have
that.
have any of your mushrooms accidentally gained sentience and attempted to stage a communist rebellion of your town?
That's oddly
What?
specific.
That's awfully specific.
Don't worry, that hasn't happened yet. They'll learn.
That might be ahead of time. All right, I guess we're gonna go then.
Yep. Thanks for saving the Archdruid. Have fun dying out into the depression.
We will.
Don't worry, we'll be back.
Don't say we didn't tell you so.
Tell us what as we keep riding away out of earshot.
They told us so. They said the word so.
Can't hear you, however, how awesome we are.
So, yeah, they told you to sow. Like, to sow seeds. They want you to go into the depression and restore nature.
Actually,
Almonds!
that's actually a great idea. Hold. Back up a bit. Hey, do you guys got any seeds you want us to, like, spread on the ground as we're going to try to encourage regrowth in this area?
They have to be pretty tolerant to glass.
They're druids. They might have some weird horseshit to throw in there.
Archdruid goes rifling through his pockets. I don't have anything. Nothing that'll live out there.
All right, see ya.
Actually, wait a second.
Oh, hold up.
He reaches into a pot and pulls out a hunk of dirt with worms on it. And one of the druids runs it over to you.
Great.
Terraforming.
Take this. If they can't reclaim the land, nothing can.
All right. I
Sure
put
I'd
it
be
in one of our buckets.
The bucket turns to dirt.
Right, like every mile or so, the one of the apprentices reaches in there with a little shovel and scoops out a chunk and just plops it down behind the cards we're moving.
Oh, actually, before we leave town,
as we head back for a second time.
we turn around and head back. I'd like to talk to the Archdruid real quick and ask him if he's familiar at all with the signet ring that I have. I don't know how long he's been in the area, if he's ever interacted with the giants.
No, I've never interacted with the giants. They've been long dead around here, even since before my my predecessor.
Okay, well then, thank you. Then we leave.
Wait, before you go,
No, we're leaving now.
you sure?
What do you? No. What do you need?
We're just gonna be doing a Midwestern goodbye this entire time.
God. All right. One of the younger druids told me that he did see a giant uh, come through here not too long ago. Apparently just strode through the ash and right on to the depression of black glass. Maybe a 10-day ago. That's
Which
the
way?
only out there. And he points right towards the depression of black glass.
Like to the center where the lake is?
Lake? I don't know nothing about a lake in the depression.
There used to be one. Back in the days of giants.
Hmm.
It'd have been near the center.
I wouldn't be surprised. Depression used to have a lot of stuff in it. Used to be very arable farmland.
And O'Rourke would point kind of like northeast, and it would have been about 50 miles that way.
If my memory serves, that would have been their capital. What passes for capital among giants? More like a small town in terms of population, but they're big.
Well, anyway, thanks for the time. We're gonna go now. Goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye. Have a good time.
Rourke slaps his knee and says, "Welp."
God, I'm so tempted to not let you leave.
Turns around, realizes we're already half mile down the road. We left while he was talking with the druid.
That's not uncommon in the Midwest. You need to speed up a goodbye. You start driving slowly so that your buddy has to actually stop doing a Midwestern goodbye. But yeah, you guys start leaving.
For the 5th time.
Yes, for the 5th time. And you begin traveling across the depression. The ground is smooth and shiny. Actually, when the sun's out,
crunch.
it's actually kind of hot.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's like really hot. Kind of burns your feet to touch.
Should go back. Fuck with that guy.
And you can see about halfway through the day, storm clouds beginning to appear to the southeast. You guys keep going. Keep going. The wind beginning to pick up as the storm comes in. As night begins to fall. You guys just walking across this endless sheet of black glass.
Yeah. Check the weather for the next 24 hours.
What?
I'm gonna cast Druid Crafts and check the weather for the next 24 hours. I'll get you the doohickey.
A man of ebony skin appears in your brain.
This.
Wait, where's the part where it tells you the weather?
Tiny harmless
Uh,
sensory effect, first line.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it appears as an aggressively flashing wisp with a stream of water pouring out of it.
So lightning and rain.
Yeah, like really heavy amounts.
Well, sucks for anyone wearing a lot of metal. Alright, we probably should put up the tiny hut.
Yeah, we'll put up the tiny hut. Their usual double watch.
Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. You guys put up your tiny hut, prepare for your rest, and you know what? It's 10:35. Let's call it there.
All right.
All right.